Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading I'm going to call Caught Up in the Rapture. We're going to receive messages from the universe on this topic and it's going to be in like a pick a card format. Now a lot of people believed that the rapture was going to happen on the 23rd and the 24th. However, this is not the first time. This type of stuff has been going on for so long, okay? And it got me thinking. A lot of these individuals say that they received a message from God or Jesus, right? Some people even say angels. And immediately you would think, well, surely it's from some type of demonic entity, or maybe they're just mentally ill. But what if these prompts, these nudges, is for humanity to do a self-assessment? Now, we all know about the principles that we're meant to follow, right? To help each other and to live a fulfilling life, so on and so forth. But are we truly practicing it? Are we truly on that path? So this nudge is like, well, I'm coming. Are you ready? And a lot of people panic and sell their possessions, which is a fear-based energy. But if you were walking the path that you were meant to walk, you would not be in that energy at all. You would not be scared. You would not be selling everything. So it's meant for you to look into yourself and to see if you're living your life in truth, with integrity, with purpose. Because when it comes to the rapture or judgment, it's not about the things that you do that everyone can see on the outside. It's about what's inside, the purity of heart, the purity of your intention. That's what you're being judged on. I was talking to my aunt about this whole rapture thing, and I'm like, this is just outrageous. I cannot believe people really believe this, because you could feel within yourself when something is untrue. And it is calling for you to find peace within the self as well. And in order to be in that place, again, living authentically, living your life with integrity and purpose, being mindful of your intentions and your morals. So she mentioned about, well, it could be a shift of consciousness. And yes, a lot of people now are aware that it was not the rapture. I mean, it's written in the Bible that no one is going to know. Not even prophets, psychics. No one is going to know. It just happens, and it makes sense because you don't have time to cram the tests. You know what I mean? If you get a heads up on what's going to happen, like the date, you can fake it. This is about being prepared because you're living your life the way that you are meant to live it, especially if you live by the scriptures. But it's not about just the act of or being able to recite scriptures. It's about embodying it, embodying the meaning, embodying what you are being guided and told to do and how to live. So it's the purity of the heart, the purity of your intentions. And I even made a joke with my aunt. I was like, look, let's just say that the dates given was the actual dates. Person received the message and it's like, yes, this is correct. Christ is coming. However, no one was raptured. You could be led to believe that no one was raptured because no one was fit to be raptured. Everyone is sinning left, right, and center. No one was worthy. So it's a clear indicator that work needs to be done on the self. Work needs to be done where we unite. We help one another. It's a personal journey, but it's also a journey to unity. It's a lot deeper, and we need to see this. No one was taken because no one was fit to be taken. It's one thing preaching and judging, but it's another really living in integrity, because the person who lives in integrity leads by example. It's just food for thought. But it's important for everyone to really work on themselves and be authentic. And we're not talking about surface level stuff. It's important to always check in with the self and again, see if you are living with integrity. Remember, it's not about what everyone on the outside sees. It's what you know within yourself and what source, what God can see. The truth of who you are, and what you do. It's hard to be totally transparent, but that's what this is about. Think about Ma'at and the scales. Is your heart lighter than a feather? We're talking about the weight that you carry. Is it lighter than a feather? Are you doing things against your will, against your morals, without integrity, and it weighs heavy on your heart? So of course your heart would weigh heavier than a feather. But if you live in truth and everything that you do, you live with integrity and you take accountability for, your heart will be lighter than a feather. It's just some food for thought, but I found it quite amusing. And those people again who sold all their possessions, one lady I heard, she was giving tips, I mean hefty tips. And now that the rapture did not happen, she went back to ask for her money. The same people she was giving the money to, she asked for it back. Really? So what was your intention? You know what I mean? Because if it was from the right place, you wouldn't be asking for it back. It's time to start from scratch. We have a lot of work to do. I mean, come on. All right, let's get on with this reading. So we're going to have 3 options. 3, 1, 3. Okay, option 1, option 2, and option 3. So you can pause the video, choose a die. Let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the first die, number 3 die, here's your reading. Okay, so let's see what message the universe has for you regarding the rapture, being caught up in the rapture. Hey, what guidance do you have for option 1? Okay, this one, the alpine. And we have water energy, water elemental. Okay. Card number 15, reducing to 6. Be mindful of the energies that you take on from others, okay? Because the mountain represents challenges, obstacles, what you need to face. And then we have the water, the body of water there. And it's like, be mindful of taking on other people's stuff. So we have card number 30, into the golden grandel, the magical miracle of life. Beautiful pink card. Page of Spire, Page of Swords. What we see. So I read from the guidebook for this card here. The climb is hard to reach the lake in the mountains, but there is no way to reach a more serene place. The cleanest water in the world is fed by alpine glaciers. It pools in lakes high above the timberline and is an oasis for weary travelers. The Alpine Lake card reassures us that with great effort comes great rewards. Whether the result is great wealth, peaceful rest, or a simple drink of fresh water, the calm, clean lake above the trees is well worth the journey. So it's like you will get there in the end. A rest after difficult work, tranquility. And then we have here the magical miracle of life with the Page of Swords, the card of observing. And it's like saying, look at what you already have. It's a time to focus on gratitude. This could mean you have not achieved your goal just yet. We're talking about personal goals in life. But Spirit is saying sometimes you need to take a pause and to see where you currently are and see where you came from. See what was. See the progress and to have gratitude. Okay? It's a part of your learning, your discovery, and understanding about yourself, but also understanding about life. The page card here, you're in an air balloon above the mountains. So you are being carried. So Spirit and your spiritual team have actually given you a leg up to overcome certain obstacles and even dodge some really serious obstacles. It's saying that you are protected. We are giving you a heads up on what challenges may arise and how to overcome them or even how to dodge them. But in the end, you will achieve your goal. That's what it's saying. But we need you to have gratitude on the way because that keeps you going. Life is not easy and it's not intended to be easy because that's not how you learn. It's about change and what you learn from that change and what you learn about yourself. Wisdom. I'm hearing wisdom gained from the experience. With the 15 reducing to 6. 15 is the devil card and 6 is the lovers, the choice. I'm hearing you choose your poison, meaning you have the choice on what you participate in life, but we are giving you a heads up. Okay, you're getting a preview and you can either ignore it and then go through the experience, or you can do something about it. Take the necessary steps to either experience it if it's positive or dodge it if it's not. But they're saying life is beautiful. Life is a miracle in itself. So enjoy it. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Stones, Queen of Pentacles. Again, you have all that you need to have a fulfilling life, but you have to trust your gut because we do have the water elemental here. Trusting your intuition. The Queen of Stones, Queen of Pentacles, also says that you will be secure, fulfilled, and stable in life. But again, you hold the key. It's up to you with what you reach for and what you experience. This is nice. Is there another card that wants to come out? And then we wrap this up. The Golden Thread, card number 50, reducing to 5. I love this card. She's beautiful. Let go of judgment. This is so important. You know, the pointing the fingers or looking at other people. Just focus on what's on your plate, okay? And when it comes to, and I'm speaking on the message that I said earlier in the opening of this video, be of service, right? Help one another. That's what we're here to do. But make sure that it's not with a heavy heart. It's not for show. Help in a way where it has meaning and purpose in your life. It adds to your life. And we're not talking about monetarily. We're talking about that spiritual bank account side where you feel a sense of peace and fulfillment, helping someone, seeing someone overcome a challenge, being a blessing for someone, and experiencing or observing them growing, no longer struggling. That's such a rewarding experience. You also have golden here twice. The golden. Wow. So you are covered with divine love and light. Definitely. But have gratitude. Work on that. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the number 1 die, here's your reading. Okay, let's see. Everything's dropping here. Make sure that your home is secure. And oops, okay, this wants to come out the meadow. And I'm talking about secure when it comes to communication, but make sure everyone is okay in your household. You know, check in and communicate with your loved ones. So we have Earth Elemental, card number 10, the Meadow. For someone, if it's about like rent or a mortgage and you're having trouble paying it, they're saying to seek advice. Don't sit on it. There's help out there. Okay, so we have card number 10, reducing to 1, a fresh start. This is quite interesting. We have card number 9. Card number 9, the spirit of Gaia. As we heal, Earth heals. Look at that. So we have 9, ending, 10, new beginnings, right? The Meadow. Something feels untouched. So back to its original self. Being mindful of your contribution to the collective. Seven of Tides, 7 of Cups. Wow. You can contribute to the collective, to humanity, to the earth in so many ways with the 7 of Cups being here. Okay, so we have the Meadow card. I read from the guidebook. Personal space, relaxation, pleasure. Forming an opening deep inside the busy and dark canopy. A meadow is bathed in light, hosted by wildflowers, soft grass, and the most delicate of forest creatures. The Meadow card represents a time of calmness and personal ease in your life. It's time to breathe deeply. Let your body relax and watch the dragonflies dance around you. And dragonflies represents transformation. So there is some type of change. I mean, ending of a cycle and a new one beginning. It does feel like a shift in consciousness, a spiritual shift after a period of confusion with the 7 of Tides. But this new chapter, you can live your life any way that you would like. And with the 7 of Cups, it speaks on really reaching for what you truly desire. That's what it's saying. What you've always wanted to do or how you've always wanted to live your life, now is your chance. So it's almost like seeing the rapture as a form of cleanse. This whole period where there was a build-up and, you know, a lot of people were doing things where they were getting rid of possessions that they didn't need or they felt they didn't need, to now embark on a fresh start, a clean slate. And it's saying that this is your chance to do that. A clean slate. Now, it doesn't mean getting rid of all of your possessions. This involves planning, proper planning, healing all that is being pushed to one side, not wanting to face. So asking yourself some important questions. Why am I feeling fearful when change is imminent? Okay, that's one thing. Am I secure in my contribution on earth? What have I contributed that not only benefit myself but benefit the collective? These are questions to ask yourself. Now, once you find the answer, and it may be where you may want to do more, or there was something that you've always wanted to do. For some, it might be buying a farm or having their own homestead. You're going to make the moves to make it a reality. This is that wake-up call. Gaia heals when our energies shift, when we start working on ourselves, when we start seeing ourselves and each other in a divine light, in a true light, in a peaceful light. It shifts because not only will we look after ourselves, we'll look after each other and in turn look after the earth. So the Meadow is saying, take the time to relax and to put your plans in place to see exactly where do you want to go next. Life is for living, folks. being in alignment with the Two of Cups with your dreams. We have the earth elemental, so it's about like tangible grounding. We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, so it could be a relationship here. So some of you may end up committing to your partners, taking a relationship more seriously. Six of Tides. Yeah, so living your life in a more natural, simplistic, and organic way. It's about not carrying burdens. And that's one of the greatest lessons with this whole rapture thing. And that is how you're meant to live your life when it comes to carrying burdens and heaviness, secrets, hidden truths, or living your life transparently. Okay, you have the sun on the bottom. So that's beautiful. Okay, let's see if there's any more guidance, then we wrap this up. Moon bloom. 28 reducing to 10. You got 10 again. I mean, look, fresh new beginning. And the colors are similar here. We have purple and blues. So purple represents like wisdom. Focus on a hidden aspect of your situation. Weren't we just talking about that? Focus on a hidden aspect of your situation. So it's not about, again, living with heaviness or I wish I had done this or that. It's now doing it. Living with integrity, truth, okay, with purpose. Beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the number 3 die, here's your reading. I'm getting like your hands are full. Maybe it's a need to declutter. Now, I'm not talking about you selling all your possessions. It's just freeing up space for blessings to come in, right? So we're talking about decluttering things that you don't use anymore, you don't need. I'm hearing one man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay. What guidance do you have for option 3? Whoa. 2 cards. Really? We have Fire Elemental. Card number 21. The Crown Fire. 21 reducing to 3. Regeneration. And another Fire Elemental. Twilight. Card number 19 reducing to 10. So we have the energy of regeneration. So in certain cultures, especially cultures where they are of the land and are custodians of the land, sometimes when the area is heavily vegetated, they would start fires to clear the land so that, or part of the land, so that it can regenerate and it will be much stronger, more lush, so on and so forth. It's a controlled fire. But it speaks on some type of burning desire or passion, but it's hidden, especially with Twilight. But it is saying that it's going to be coming to the surface. All right, let's continue. Yeah, something is coming to the surface. For some, it's leadership. We have card number 8, prayer circle. All life is inherently sacred. A shift in perspective, especially with how you view your fellow human. Nine of Cups. This is nice. I'm hearing fellowship. So I'm going to read from the guidebook with these cards from the Bloodlands Oracle. Devastation. So this is the crown fire. Devastation, total collapse, starting over. A wildfire burns in different intensities. The crown fire being the most destructive, since the flames will destroy the top crown of trees. When this happens, the tree will certainly die, since it cannot continue to grow, and the fire has reached a height that eradicates all other plants and animals living in and around the tree. New seeds and animals must eventually migrate back from other forests in order for it to regrow, and with time it will. This card comes at a time of great endings, where the only way to recover may be with help from the outside. Twilight. A winding down, endings, perseverance. The sun has set, yet darkness has not fallen. The last ray of light beyond the horizon still illuminate the sky. This is a time of endings, but not quite the end. The Twilight card reminds us that there is still time left to accomplish the things we set out to do, even if it seems that it's too late. Push on. There is still time to complete something. Still time to heal. Still time to forgive. Still time to make things right. This is nice. And then we have the prayer circle. Number 8 card, 8 representing abundance. All life is inherently sacred. And then we have the 9 of Cups. It's a beautiful set of cards here, because what I'm hearing is life goes on. What I'm hearing is change is inevitable and necessary. It's about what we all are aware of, where the old systems have to fall in order for new ones to be built and to develop. The prayer circle card is us all working together and supporting one another during change. This is not about a divide where you're on that team and I'm on this team and focusing on our differences. This is focusing on what we have in common, the ultimate purpose, what every human being and living thing needs to survive. It's starting at that point. So with the whole rapture thing, speaking of the end, what it's saying is, yes, the end is near, but what I'm being shown is it's not what you think. We're talking about the end where everyone and everything on earth has to transition at some point so that we can come back again. Okay? That's what this is talking about. It's looking at the bigger picture. So it's for you to shift your focus and put your energies towards uniting with your fellow brothers and sisters on earth, with animals, with nature, finding joy in life, finding the beauty with life, having those moments of joy and feeling uplifted, not focusing on the doom and gloom. Because this right here, as far as the regeneration, that's not our job. That's the Creator's job. It's how we adapt to it. That's our job, our reaction, where we choose to put our energies. And it's telling you to focus on the goodness in life, the good people around you, because we're all examples, each and every one of us. So there's still time. There is still time to achieve your goals. There's still time to make that beautiful change in your life. It's never too late. Is there anything else? 7 of Stones on the bottom. This is the card where I see it as satisfactory, right? It's not great and it's not crap. It's okay. Satisfactory. Could be better. Could, improve a bit. So if you see that your life is satisfactory with the grading system, a C minus, and you want it to be an A, you still have time to strive to achieve that A, okay? Anything else, universe? With the fire energy as well, the elemental, it's about vibes, energy. So really working on that. Five of Spire, Five of Swords, Seven of Stones, Seven of Pentacles again. Again, it's not about this us against them. Five of Swords to me is like tit for tat, fighting with others, wanting to get the upper hand, to checkmate people, but feeling not so great whether you have won or lost. Both sides, it's not, you haven't accomplished much. It's satisfactory. We got the card again popping up because we all are going to suffer, experience the same thing. So whatever side you're on, ultimately there's no winners because we're all going to experience the result of that particular battle or the situation at hand. So it's really recognizing that we're all one and every life is important. Living with respect and integrity and treating others in that way. Now, of course, the question is, what if there are individuals who do not live in that way and treat you terribly? You don't have to be around them. Give them the space or you take your space. Move away from that. Sometimes it's more effective being the example, because when a person's life is not working out and they're going around in circles, and we're talking about the person who may be on the opposite side to you, and they've seen that you are living your life in a way where you are fulfilled and things are unfolding, they're going to want to know what's your secret. They're going to want a bit of that. And when they find out, then they'll start doing it. Because ultimately, everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to be secure, comfortable, not struggling. We need to work together and cut this BS about the us against them and the opposing side. Like I said earlier in the message, no one was taken because no one is on that level to be raptured. Right. Passionate enrichment. Card number 4. Recognize your heart's deepest desires. And it's not the selfish energy. This is more so, again, looking at how it benefits you, benefits your family, benefits the collective. We're talking about complete consciousness. This is beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.